Ah, the sweet scent of soldering iron and economic revenge in the air. If you spent the last 4 years hunched over a spreadsheet, clutching your degree in digital ecosystem management like a sacred relic,
Yeah.
I've got some news for you. The guy who came to unclog your toilet this morning probably out-earns you, carries zero student debt, and unlike your analyst job, is completely immune to ChatGPT.
What?
Welcome to the blue-collar butterfly effect. It's a sequence of catastrophic decisions made in the 90s that has today transformed plumbers, electricians, and contractors into the new financial aristocracy of the United States. Fasten your seatbelt or your tool belt, because the irony here is heavy. It all started in the offices of high school guidance counselors 30 years ago. Remember that mantra? Stay in school so you can be someone? Back then, being someone mandatory meant a 4-year degree from a wildly overpriced university. The College for All movement was the greatest cultural pyramid scheme in history.
Holy shit.
American high schools, in a fit of collective elitism, decided that woodshop and auto mechanics were for the kids who weren't going anywhere. They shuttered vocational schools, mothballed the lathes, and sold the dream that the only future worth having was in the intellectual service sector. The result? We created an entire generation of baristas with master's degrees in postmodern film criticism, owing the GDP of a small African nation in student loans, while actual tools sat gathering dust. The butterfly flopped its wings in a high school auditorium, and today the hurricane is hitting your bank account every time you need an electrical repair. While the diploma generation was busy elbowing each other for unpaid internships at ad agencies, the manual workforce was quietly getting old, very old. Today in the U.S., the average age of a master contractor is north of 50. We are living through what economists call the silver tsunami.
Nice.
And the math is brutal. For every 5 experienced pros who hang up their tool belts and move to Florida, only 2 young workers enter the trade.
Holy shit.
This isn't just a labor shortage, it's a hemorrhage of competence. The know-how, that specific trick an old electrician uses to find a short circuit just by the sound behind a wall, is dying out. And like any scarce, endangered resource, the price to rent the time at these last of the Mohicans has skyrocketed to McKinsey-level consulting fees.
Here comes the best part: artificial intelligence. We spent decades being told that robots would replace the blue-collar workers. What a joke. The reality of 2026 is that AI is coming for the copywriter, the translator, the junior lawyer, and the entry-level coder. You know whose job it can't take? The guy who has to crawl into a damp 4-foot-high crawl space with a flashlight in his mouth to figure out which of the 15 pipes from 1950 is leaking. In fact, we're already seeing AI agents prototypes, hiring human manual labor to do the physical tasks they can't.
What?
The world order has flipped on its head. Modern homes have become spaceships. They've got solar arrays,
Nice.
high-speed wiring, smart thermostats, and complex filtration systems. In the old days, you needed a guy with a wrench. Today, you need a field engineer who isn't afraid to get his boots dirty. Technology made houses more complex, which made the professionals rarer, which made the final bill, well, you know.
Shit.
This brings us to the new social hierarchy. Forget the guy in the suit on LinkedIn. The new status symbol is a brand new service truck parked in the driveway of a luxury home. We are witnessing the birth of the handy rich elite.
Yeah.
The economy is now paying out a blue-collar premium.
In the US, it's no longer an urban legend to find HVAC techs or specialized electricians pulling in $100,000 to $180,000 a year, while your college roommate is sweating over whether the next big tech layoff will hit his cubicle. The plumber is turning off his phone because he literally cannot keep up with the demand. The 22-year-old who decided to become an electrician at 18 already has 4 years of earnings under his belt, 0 student debt, and a skill set that will never go out of style as long as humans insist on living within 4 walls. Meanwhile, the academic prodigy of the same age is starting their financial life in the red, owing the equivalent of a Ferrari in student loan interest. The problem is that this butterfly effect doesn't just affect those looking to get rich. It breaks the economy for everyone. When there's no one left to build, home prices skyrocket. When there's no one left to fix things, the cost of living explodes. The scarcity of manual labor, the very thing we looked down upon in the 90s, has become the single biggest bottleneck to real economic growth. We tried to create a society of intellectuals and ended up with a society where no one knows how to change a light bulb, but everyone has an opinion on the algorithm. So the next time you see a young person with their name embroidered on a uniform and a toolbox in their hand, don't feel pity, feel envy. They own the most valuable skill of the 21st century. They're the new neighbor who's going to remodel their kitchen with cash, while you're trying to figure out why your annual bonus doesn't even cover your roof repair. The future doesn't belong to the ones who type. It belongs to the ones who turn the bolts that keep the world standing.